On behalf of Developing the Young Workforce Ayrshire, I am delighted to welcome you to our virtual recruitment event, held in partnership with Department of Work and Pensions. Developing the Young Workforce is a Scottish Government-funded initiative aimed at reducing youth unemployment, particularly for those aged between 16 and 24. We know that this year has been particularly tough, especially for that age group, but we are delighted today to bring you 4 local employers who are all recruiting at the moment. Each employer will talk to you today about what their company does, what their job roles are, and how you can apply for those vacancies. If you're watching this session live on Facebook, then please use the comments box below to ask any questions to the employers. If you're watching this session at a later date, then please contact us at info@dywayrshire.com or message us on Facebook if you have any inquiries. All of our contact details will be displayed at the end of this event. We are thrilled that there are so many local companies who are expanding and that we are able to bring to you these vacancies while you're at home. This event is the first in a series of similar events where we will bring you a variety of different employers and sectors. So we would encourage you to follow us on social media so that we can share our dates and vacancies as they come. Good luck with your job search, and we hope you enjoy.
The Job Centre is part of the Department for Work and Pensions and have traditionally hosted jobs fairs in various locations across Ayrshire. We are unable to do so in the current climate, and therefore we are looking at different ways that we can help employers fill their vacancies and also provide more information to support anyone interested in applying for these roles. This is a great opportunity for you to hear firsthand from local employers all about their company and the jobs they currently have available. Working together with Developing the Young Workforce Ayrshire, we plan to hold more of these events on a regular basis in the near future. We hope that you find today's event useful and wish you every success in finding employment.
Hi, I'm Sarah Abbott. I'm the Ops Director for Rainbow Services. We're a social care business and we operate across Scotland. I'm really looking for people in South Ayrshire to work in adult care, and basically adult care that we do is all in the community. We go into people's houses and make sure that they can live as independently as possible. It's a very rewarding job because without our team, these people would be in residential settings, but now they're able to stay in their own homes. We also have a children's service where we look after children at varying ages and support them to go to colleges and schools, etc. So we get very varied jobs. It's a very exciting sector with lots of opportunities, and everybody just thinks it's a job for old people, and actually it's a job for young people because you can start as a carer out in the community and end up actually becoming the director of the company. Fabulous opportunities, and we're looking for people out there who have never worked in care before. We have vacancies across South Ayrshire and East Ayrshire and most of all the villages and towns. We're looking for people to work in our adult social care, and we're looking for people that, to work in our children's social care. People that can drive and can walk, but as long as they're flexible and able to realise that it isn't a 9-to-5 job Monday to Friday, because the shifts work from 7 to 10, but you can work from 7 to 3 or 3 to 10, or if you're in the children's service, you could be just doing long blocks of time of supporting people at the college. But if you are interested, we can go into more detail with that when you phone the office. I have no preconceived ideas of what the role is. For me, the biggest thing in this sector is attitude and a real feeling of wanting to look after people. And I always say to people, if you want to look after people the same way as you would look after your family, and if you don't want to care for people, this isn't the job for you. And if you are only in it for money, it's not the job either, because you have some really bad days, but you have some fantastic days, and that's what brings you back. And it's a smile on the people's faces when you go and help them, and you might be the only person that sees them. So it is all about your attitude and really wanting to help people. We can train you on all the skills, and that's what we're here to do, to help and support you to do that. You would either email or phone in, and we would then get an application form that you would complete. From that, if you're successful with your application form, we would then do an interview. From there, we would have to send away for a disclosure and a minimum of 2 references. When they came back, if everything was okay, you interviewed well, that your PVG did not have anything that would put a barrier up to working in the sector, and you had good positive references, we would then start an induction process where you would do 29 modules of e-learning, 1 day classroom, and then you would do a 20-hour minimum shadowing with one of our senior carers or very experienced carers in the community. And that people always ask me, how long does this process last? And I say, how long's a piece of string? So some people can start as quickly as 2 weeks, but in reality, it's round about 3 to 4 weeks. If you phone our Ayr office on 01 292 294 180, one of the team will be very happy to speak to you. You can ask them any questions and they will take your details and get an application form out to yourself. Alternatively, you can email us on admin@rainbowsickcareservices.co.uk. It's not to look at the stigma around social care, it's to look at the fantastic opportunities. We're in a really trying time at the moment with COVID, and our sector is one of those sectors that's really stood out with the opportunities we have. And if it wasn't for our sector out there, there would be a lot of people with nobody looking after them. It's one of the most rewarding sectors I've ever worked in, and I've worked in hospitality for many years. And to come to this, to see someone's face just light up just because you've been able to have a wee chat with them and give them a cup of tea and make sure they're clean, they're warm and they've had their medication, there's no job like it.
We are A1 Ironmongery and Plastics Company, and we are a company that are based in Ayrshire, South Ayrshire. We have a branch in Ayr and a branch in Kilmarnock. We have been trading now for 11 years, and we mainly supply building products to the building trade and also to retail. In each branch we have a retail counter, and we carry a wide range of stocks that, as I say, are out for joiners and builders and plumbers and electricians, and a vast range of products from locks and hinges, silicon sealants, plastics, hand tools, power tools. And we are looking to always bring on staff where we can train in all of our products, and we are also looking all the time to develop into new fields with creating a new e-commerce website so that we can then branch out with Ayrshire so that we can then start selling nationwide. And because of this, we are always looking to recruit people who, I would say, people that already have some experience in the building industry, unless obviously we're taking on new recruits at a young age where we would then start from the very beginning. At the moment, we are actually looking for people to work in the warehouse and the trade counters, and we're looking again for, so basically store people that are also been able to work with the public and serve at the trade counter to trade customers and retail customers. These are full-time roles, and they are on a Monday to Saturday, and they will be asked to do alternate Saturday mornings, which obviously would be additional time for them. We are looking for people that are confident dealing with the public. We are looking for people that are obviously willing to work as a team. Everyone, because we have such a wide range of products in A1 Ironmongers and plastics, then it's really important for our existing members of staff to be able to train and advise any new members of staff coming on board. So it is very important for people to understand that we would be looking for them to work, you know, within a team of people and try and gain as much knowledge from them. And as I say, very important that they can work with the public and feel confident enough that they can converse with the public as they come into the trade counters. Our recruitment process would be that we would offer people to come into A1 for an interview, and the interview would last between perhaps maybe 15 minutes to 20, 25 minutes. And during that process, we would like to ask them their experience. We would like them to bring along anything that they feel would be an advantage to them. If they have a driving license, to bring a copy of that. If they have other qualifications in the warehouse sector, like a forklift truck driving license, or anything that they believe that would be an advantage to them, any other further training they've had. And also with references as well, if they did have references, with being able to work in the building trade, and who it was they were working with, and if they have any references from them, then that would be an advantage as well. After that, we then would obviously contact every member, every applicant, and let them know whether they've been successful or not. We're looking for people that have already some experience in warehousing, especially in the building sector. We feel that if we don't have people that come on board with us in that field, then a lot of the time we're kind of wasting their time as well, because they have to have an idea of of the building trade. Sometimes it's somebody might have been working in perhaps a retail shop and just dealing with the public all the time. So going from that to going to like a trade counter is it's night and day. So people that understand just exactly what it entails, and and obviously the sector that they're dealing in. So as I say, it is important that they do have experience in the building trade, and they understand the way that it kind of works. It's not always politically correct, as you can imagine. So it's one of those fields that sometimes you need to be a wee bit kind of thick-skinned.
So Teleperformance is we're a global outsourcer. What does outsourcing mean? It means that we manage a section of a company's business within our business, within our buildings, with our staff, etc. And that's normally a customer service element that we provide for them. Kilmarnock here, we are based in the financial sector because our client is the Clydesdale and Yorkshire Bank. So we provide customer service experience for them, dealing with our staff, deal with all day-to-day inquiries from the bank's customers. So customers will phone in wide range of banking queries that have from the simple right up to the more complex, and our staff are trained to sort of try and deal with all of these queries in a first call resolution basis. So we are recruiting for customer service representatives, and that is our frontline staff. So these are the guys who are taking queries from the customer. And as I said, that can be a wide range of queries. But that's what our training's for. Our training is in how to sort of deal with these, the sort of product knowledge element of it. Our training deals with them. The roles that we have available are full-time and part-time roles. So a full-time role is 37.5 hours per week, and that is 5 days over 7. So you work 5 days out of 7. You always have 2 days off. That might not always be together, and it might not always be at the weekend, but you are absolutely guaranteed 2 days off in the week. Our core staff, which is what we're recruiting for, they work between the hours of 7 AM in the morning and 9 PM at night. Now that doesn't mean that you work 7 till 9. You work a shift in there. So you might be working from 7 in the morning till 3:30 in the afternoon, or from 1 o'clock to 9 o'clock at night. So there's a variation of each shift. For the part-time roles, there's lots of opportunity for our part-time roles. Anything from 16 hours right up to 30 hours, and they fall into various sort of rotational patterns. There's evenings and weekends, there is weekends only, and then there are versions of our full-time shift pattern. So there's lots of different things, you know, if you are at college or university, or if you have another commitment, or if you have kids, etc. You can sort of look at the shift patterns and see what sort of suits you for starting and finishing time. So lots of different opportunities there. An ideal candidate. We don't have an ideal candidate. Everyone brings their own skills and experience to the role. People think we automatically look for people with contact centre experience. No, not at all. Yep, it's desirable, as is customer service experience, but what we look for are some key skills. Good communication skills really is crucial when you're dealing with customers. You know, you need to be able to speak to them firstly, to build up that rapport with them, to have a bit of a conversation with them. You need to be able to empathise with them, you know, the situation that they're in, skills to be able to reassure them, and you know, they can trust you, that they're reassured that you're going to be able to do what you say you can do for them and resolve their query. Active listening. Yep, you can hear a customer, but you need to be able to actively listen to a customer and hear what they're saying, you know, or hear what they're not potentially saying. So those are good skills. And then we also look for sort of good PC skills. Now, when we say that, we don't expect you don't know anything about our systems. That's what the training environment is for. But what we do look for is people to be able to have used Microsoft packages to be able to navigate around screens. You know, if the trainer asks you to close a window or to make something a favourite page, etc., you're not struggling to do that, because you're going to put extra pressure on yourself if it's not something that you're comfortable with. Our recruitment process sort of falls into two sections. So what we ask our candidates to do if they're interested is to go on to our Teleperformance UK careers page. Pretty straightforward to use. There's a filter section right there on the front page where you can filter down for jobs in the Kilmarnock site. You would then upload your personal details and your CV onto the site. That will then send a prompt to someone in our telephone interview team who will contact you to go through the first stage of the interview, which is sort of basic sifting questions. So they'll ask you about your right to work in the UK. Do you have the proper documents that we would require to employ you? And a bit more about your work history and different experiences that you have been through. After that, if you're successful at that stage, your details are then passed to myself and you would be invited in for a group assessment. Now, I say invited in, pre-March, that would involve you being on our site, you know, in one of our training rooms or our boardroom with another group of people, and we would chat that way and complete paperwork, exercises, etc., etc. Slightly different now. You're still invited to a group assessment. However, it's all done virtually. So you would get an invite from myself via Microsoft Teams. We would get you to join at a specified time, and there would be another few people on that call with us. So there'd be maybe about 5 of us in total. We talk a bit more in depth about the company, about the role itself. We hear a bit about the candidates themselves, you know, they give us an introduction to themselves, and then we do some group exercises, scenarios, customer service scenarios. What would you do in this certain setup, etc., etc. And we talk through it that way. And then if you're successful at that stage, I would then contact you to go through the next steps of the role itself and what we would require from you. The best way to do it is on the Teleperformance UK careers page. It's a site that our candidates use, I use it, our recruitment team use it, and some of our support staff use it to pull data from when people start with us. So it's probably the best way to connect with us, and the easiest really. And it means that we have all your information there in front of you to contact you straight away. The only thing that we probably haven't covered is the requirements that we have as our staff to be 18 years and above, due to requirements within our financial services sector. You can be 17 as long as you're turning 18 while you are in the training environment before you go live onto the main operational floor. The only other thing I would say in regards to the role itself is don't discount us. If you've never worked in this environment and you think it's not for you, talk to us, come along and see what we're about, see if it suits you. You might find that you fall into this environment and really, really enjoy it and absolutely flourish. People do. Customer service is customer service at the end of the day, be it, face to face or over the phone. We still have the same requirements, and we provide a really good service. And where we help our customers, people enjoy that, our staff enjoy that. The best thing you can hear is when someone has said, thank you, you've really helped me, you've made my day. So that's what we look for. Also, there's a lot of progression within our company. It's something we pride ourselves on. We only recruit at customer service level. Externally, everything else is done internally. So some people come and stay for a short time with us. Other people come and they make it a career. The career's there for the taking if it's something that you're looking for. So please don't discount us.
And that's it. Thank you very much to the 4 businesses who have taken part in this event. As I mentioned at the start, this is the first of a series of events that we will be holding, showing a variety of different jobs and sectors. So whether you found a role today that you're interested in applying for or not, hopefully you'll find something soon. In the meantime, we wish you all the best with your job search, and if you have any inquiries, please contact us at info@dywwayrshire.com. Thank you for watching.